champagne budget. My name is CeCe. I am a 26-year-old on a journey to become debt-free. This is my 2022 debt confession. Let's see. Starting March 2022 of this year. Starting March 2022, I hit a place in my finances that kind of scared me. I was at a point where things could literally hit rock bottom. And so that inspired me to begin my debt-free journey, get my finances in order, and really think about my long-term goals in life. So at this current moment, I am still taking the steps to get current. I'm not following the 7 baby steps verbatim. However, I am using them as a rough guideline. And so right now I'm on what would be baby step number 0, which is getting current. So let's just talk about where I started and where I am, where I want to go, my goals for this year and the years to come, and all of those wonderful things. So getting current, as you can see, number 1 on the list as of March was getting up to date on my rent. I had reached a place where I was now over a month behind on my rent, and I was facing eviction and possibly being thrown out, and just, it put me in freak out mode. But it also put me in a point of shock where I kind of felt stuck. So I didn't do probably what could have been done. And I kind of waited to the last minute to try to find a resolve. But as you can see, it is now May of 2022, and that balance is now 0. And so next on that get current list is my electricity bill. That was also a couple months past due, and that is now up to date and current. Wi-Fi was also, like I said, a couple months past due. When my rent situation hit, it was like everything needs to go towards rent so I can try to get myself out of the situation. Nothing else mattered. But Wi-Fi is currently up to date. Farmers insurance, I still owe them about $215. And my goal is to get that paid off this month. So that's my financial goal for the month of May, is to get that paid off. And then after that, we will tackle Planet Fitness, which is about $180. I moved and didn't, cancel my account, and it's still active, so I'm like, it's not really bothering me per se, but I do need to pay off my balance before I can close it, because I do have a gym where I live now. So that's where we are. That's where we are currently as far as getting current. So these are the last 2 things that I need to handle to be current. And then we can go into the debt. So, okay. Coming down to the debt. I had a balance with Discover for $863. I accidentally paid off my credit card last paycheck. And so now my balance is current. I can probably give a story about that in another video, but it's something that, is out of the way now, and I don't have to worry about it. After Discover would be a BB loan, which is a personal loan that I took from a family member. That starting balance in March was $7,000, and I kind of used them to get me out of the hole that I was in with my rent. So that is now sitting at a lovely $12,100. Gratefully, this person is very gracious and has given me time and understands my situation and my goals and stuff. So I am putting them at the top of the priority list, but also, you know, not neglecting anything that may need to come before paying back the person. And then after BB is my mom. I also owe her about $7,000. I'm 26. A couple years ago, I, you know, moved out from home, wanted to be on my own, and didn't realize that, you know, rent and utilities and all these different bills, they, you know, add up over time. Didn't realize that, you know, rent and utilities and all these other bills add up over time. Didn't really understand budgeting and how responsibilities and rent and utilities and bills and all these other things work. So ended up in some unfortunate situations, but also owe her some money as well. After her, Navient, which is my student loans, they're about $7,000 as well. They're on pause right now, gratefully, with everyone else's. I do want to get them taken care of. I've been out of school for a while now. So I think they're just something that, you know, needs to get handled. A couple people have told me to wait on paying them back because they, you know, may get forgiven, but it's been a few years now, so I'm like, I'm just ready to get rid of them. If they get forgiven, you know, while I'm working on them, great. If not, I want them to be gone. Then we have Ally. I had a car loan, which I no longer have. If you want to put two and two together, I don't have a car any longer, but I still have a balance of about $3,050 on that account. So that is probably going to be taken care of before my BB loan, or simultaneously. I don't have any minimum payments set up with anything that I owe right now, so gratefully nothing's like accruing interest and nothing's, you know, urgent per se. Just the fact that I have debt is urgent in itself. So that's about $3,050. And then I think I owe Wells Fargo $500 from some years ago when I had closed an account, but they haven't called me in a couple years, so I may not owe it anymore, and it may just have gone away and forgiven and forgotten, or I may still owe it. So we'll find out. Once that's like the last on my priority list. So once I figure out, you know, the rest of this and we get up to date, unless they call me while I'm working on this, I'll call them like once I'm done with everything else and be like, hey, do I still owe you $500 or are we good? So but yeah, they haven't called me in a couple of years about it, so I'm sure it's been forgiven or deleted or whatever. It's not on my credit report or anything like that, so we'll see. And that's all my debt. And so as of March 2022, we started with $28,011.22. And because I took that loan to get my rent situation and get a little bit caught up on some bills from my family member, we are sitting at $29,961.16. Jeez. Okay, so that's about $30,000 if you just want to round up 40 bucks. It's scary, but seeing it broken down helps. Also knowing that nothing is accruing interest right now also helps. And I think the only thing on my credit at the moment is my Navient loan, which doesn't really matter. It's been on there for about 7 years. I've been out of school for a while. And this farmer's balance. which my goal for May is to take care of this farmer's balance, and then we'll cross this bridge when we get there. So those are my debt confessions. I surprisingly didn't cry, but I've already cried a lot about all of this. So yeah, we have some big goals this year, but I'm optimistic. I believe in myself. I do have a little bit of a hustler in me, so I think we can get it done. Which takes me on to my financial goals for this year. So my financial goals, they're very general. First one is to get current, so that's that Planet Fitness and that farmer's balance that needs to be handled. So I'm hoping to get that done by the end of June of this year. And then after that is to save a $1,000 emergency fund. A lot of my debt has come from me just being a little bit too short on something, or, you know, 1 or 2 days barely making it to payday, 1 or 2 days, you know, I need to hold this up until Friday. So I think having an emergency fund will help eliminate me getting back into debt, as well as I'm hoping it'll teach me to learn how to actually save money without dipping back into it. So that is my second goal. My third goal, of course, is to be debt free by 30. I kind of have like a rough debt free plan. So it's about 2 years. So that'll put me at like 28, almost 29. It's May now, my birthday's in August. So 28, 29, but I did give myself pretty much an extra year as a buffer. But hopefully I won't need that, and hopefully it is 2 years or even faster than 2 years. And then lastly, I want to raise my credit score, just because I just moved. I bought a new car last year. I don't have my car anymore. My credit card was up, you know, all these things on my credit score now. It dropped my score tremendously. So I definitely want to work on getting that raised. So far it's gone up about 50 points from the moment I decided, so from about March. So we'll get it back to good, and I have faith. And that's it. I mean, that's, you know, my financial journey so far, my goals, what I'm here to accomplish, and I'm just hoping that you guys come along with the journey with me, so that at the end of this we can pop bottles and it'll be within the budget. That's all I want. I just want my bubbles in the budget. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to help keep up with me on this journey, and follow along. And hopefully, please excuse my dog in the background. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to follow me along with this journey, and I hope that we can take it together. I'm hoping to build a community here so we all can have our bottles within our budgets, and we can celebrate with the good stuff. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.